All right. Boom, boom, stump on the devil's head. Backyard gospel kid. Boom, boom, boom. But no, I ain't gonna be before y'all long. I'm gonna say prayer. And then I'm gonna go into this beautiful message God has given to us. With some meat to give to the world. But God in heaven, we come to you, thanking you, asking you to forgive us, watch over us, protect us, touch this lesson as it's been delivered. Touch everybody listening and viewing. I ask you, God, to just reveal to me how to speak and deliver your word. Be with me. I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of God in heaven. God, have your way in this place right now. Move in a way you never moved before. Let your majestic spirit be among us. Thank you, God. Amen. Amen. All right. You can be seated, brothers. Yeah. The kids got me scared. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, today I'm going to be speaking on a beautiful passage that I believe you all should understand. I'm going to be talking about being planted to become grounded in the Spirit. Being planted to become grounded in the Spirit. Now, God has given me this beautiful revelation or text because he was planting seeds in me, and not only that, he was getting me ready getting the ground ready for this seed so it can grow. And all the things that happens and occurs while this growing is taking place, it's just a learning state so I can be grounded in the Spirit. Now we're going to be coming from Joshua. This was my basic text that I'm going to be coming from. Joshua, the first chapter. We're going to read that first chapter, a little bit of it. And the reason I believe God is working with me with being grounded is because being grounded is a position of focus. When you are focused and have interest, I've been speaking on that for about a month now on Wednesdays, being focused. That is having interest, your sinnermost interest. Your interest, you must keep interest in what God has for you. Yeah. And in order to do that, you must be expecting what's next. What is next to come? What is this going to happen? Everybody say you shouldn't question God, but the Bible say, ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. So when we are in a state of being planted to become grounded, this is where we receive information so we can become focused. Y'all hush now. I can hear y'all up here. Receive information so you can become focused. Yeah. But yes, Joshua, the first chapter, it reads, it says, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' aide, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I am about to give to them, to the Israelites. 3, I will give you every place where you set your foot. And I promised Moses, 4, your territory will extend from the desert to the Lebanon, and from the great river to the Euphrates, all the Hittite country, to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to go against you all the days of your life. Yeah. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people into the land I swore to their ancestors. 7, be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. May God have a blessed reading and hearing doers of his high holy word. We just read Joshua, the first chapter, verses 1 through 7. But yes, being planted to become grounded. Now, Joshua was planted with Moses to become ready to lead people. His planting was to open up an insight to become leader, to become leadership of what God has placed to these people, promised people land. He said, I'm going to give you the land that I promised you and Moses. But it's all because he was planted. Now, the definition of planted, let's get that. It says, placed in the ground so that you can grow. The second definition is to be placed or fixed in a specific position. So when God is planting you to get ready, it's to place you in position. Yeah. Now, last night I was talking to a guy. We was talking about how everybody want to be that it. Everybody want to be Joshua, but only one person can be Joshua, and that's Joshua. Everybody wants to lead these people. This is my analogy and perception of this book. But everybody want to play king, but they can't be king. God has positioned you and placed you, planted you in your lifetime where you are needing to be. But us as humanity, we rather be in somebody else's position. God has planted you over here and you trying to get grounded over there. They already went through the process of what it takes to be grounded where they're at, but you're looking at where they're at instead of the process of what it took to get where they're at. Yeah. Wow. And this passage, Joshua, I got Joshua because that's what my dad said. But Joshua, he was getting ready to basically take Moses' position. Lead these people because God has placed him with Moses for seeds to grow. Now, it said that Joshua was Moses' aide. That means anything that Moses had requested to be done, Joshua was running to do it. Joshua took care of everything that was going on considering Moses. Because God has planted him here for this time of positioning. Yeah. Wow. It said, now, again, remember I said the definition of planted is to be placed or fixed in a specific position. Yeah. Now, God is placing you where you can be fixed. God has positioned you so all the constructional work, all the demolitional work can be done. But we run from the demolition. What are you saying? We run from what is needed. We run from all that is really needed for us to be grounded in the spirit. Now let's get this definition of grounded. Definition of grounded. Well balanced and sensible. Well balanced and sensible. So when God is positioned you, has planted you, remember that definition of planted is to be placed or fixed in a specific position. Now, me and my dad was talking about this garden we gonna get together. He said before we do any kind of planting, the ground has to be right. You gotta plow that ground so the seeds will grow in the right position. Now, when God has already tilled the ground, that's what it's called. When he tilled the ground and is ready to place you where you can be positioned, you run. We run. What if Joshua would have ran from the position that God had, or he wanted to be Moses before it was time for him to be Moses? That's what we in the world do. We chasing this one seat. Everybody, woman and man. Everybody want to be a king. Everybody want to be a queen. Yes, we are made by the king, but everybody don't have that position. God has not planted you to be a king. You got to be a pawn first. Before you run a business, you got to know how business is ran. You got to know, that's why he placed Joshua with Moses. He said, before I can place you and plant you in a position where you can lead, you got to learn all the ins and outs of a leadership. All of these things must occur before you can take the position that I have for you. Now, if Joshua was eager, like us harvest today and miss the plantation, miss or went against what God was planting. God already tilled the ground, but if Joshua was a seed that wanted to be upside down, what are you saying? If Joshua was the one wanting Moses' position before the time came, that's what we do here. What I'm saying is, I've been doing music. I'm going to do an analogy like this. I've been doing music for a long time. I hear people say they've been doing music for 20, 30 years. I've been doing music for 22 years. 22 years I've been doing music. And all I can see, no matter if it's on gospel or secular, everybody chasing for that one spot. I want to be it. I want to be the one that everybody like. I want to do this. But when you have a person that's already fit like Moses, he was already the king. He was already had what it took to groom Joshua. But Joshua didn't go against and be like us as humans. Like everybody do in this musical world, we chasing to be that one that the world can look at and adore. But Joshua was submissive. He was understanding that it will be a time that all of this knowledge that God has planted in me will help me to become grounded, to get ready to receive something that I have never seen. Yesterday, the guy was talking about when you ask God, or faith, he said, faith is the evidence of things hoped for. Faith is the things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. He said that we go to God and we ask for things that's already been seen. Already been seen. And that makes sense. It says the evidence of things not seen. Yeah. So when we ask and we believe, we should be looking for something that haven't never took place in our lives. Yeah. It should be something that could have us in awe. That's what the Bible says. It will have you in an awe state of mind, to where you can be grounded and receive. But we'll ask, hey God, can you pay this? Like he was saying, God took care of life. That's already something you done seen. Gas bill, see, you done seen that. God do things that are impossible. Anything that is impossible is possible in the eyes of God. Yeah. All things are possible in the eyes of God. Yeah. But yes, here, when I'm saying being planted, every mission is what I'm talking about. That's the ground. You are the seed. Every mission God has put you on, that is the ground to be planted in and to become grounded. But we as humans, we don't want to go through the process. Everything takes a process. It's a process to cook eggs. It's a process to make cake. First you got to get the batter, you get the eggs, the water, and whatever it takes to make a cake. And then it has to come all together to make this one thing. But we go against getting the eggs, mixing the batter, making sure things is in place. So when this time comes, so God can ground us, plant us. Have y'all ever hooked up any electronics? Without the ground wire, some electronics don't work. You hook up a radio, don't hook the ground wire up. In the car. See? The ground wire, that's what's important to be grounded. Grounded, it said well balanced. Well balanced. I hear people always say, man, I'm trying to balance out life and this, that, and the other. But the whole point that you're missing, you keep focusing on things that already have been seen in your life. And you're trying to neglect the process of being grounded. God already planted you on a mission. He gave you all the missions that it would take for you to be grounded in the spirit. For you to be in a submission state of mind. For you to be at awe. But us, humanity. Now, when you were grounded in this word, let's go to Psalms 92, 12 and 13. But when you grounded in this word, these are some things that can take place. But when you go against it, I'm going to show you what happened when you go against it too. But check this out, Psalms 92, 12 and 13. It said the righteous man will flourish like the palm tree. He will grow like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of the Lord. They will flourish in the courts of God. I looked up this palm tree too. Guess how long it takes for a palm tree to grow? 4 to 50 years. 50 years it takes for a palm tree to grow. So as this tree is being watered, it's understanding that it's still not time for me to come out the ground. It's still not that time. God hasn't given me all the nutrition that it takes. It said it can be from 4 to 50. So sometimes it may be a palm tree that pops up after 4 years because it had all it took to be grounded. Wow. 40 to 50 years for a tree to grow, and we want to be grown overnight.
Yeah, look out now.
We want to be grown overnight. Missing it, we miss it. What God is trying to do. These missions that God has given us in our lifestyle and the revelations that God has given us, it's for you. It's for you.
Yeah.
Stop chasing, trying to be the next man or trying to be the next woman, because that mission may not fit what God has for you. Every foot don't fit in every shoe. It's a shoe size for each foot. No matter if it's 1 foot bigger than the other. It's still a shoe size for each foot. My size may be different, your size may be different. When I'm saying the shoe size, what I'm talking about is these missions that we neglect to get grounded. To become, now let's keep reading in Joshua. Joshua, the first chapter. I'm on verse 8. Well, I'm going to read 7, then go to 8. 8 is my favorite one. It says, be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses has gave you. Hold up. He said obey all the laws Moses gave you. So that means Moses was instructing him from day one. In order to get grounded, you must receive instructional revelations. It's standards to this. It's stability in this structure. You can't just jump in this Christianity realm and think you're going to be able to do whatever. No, you can't even do that in the secular world. Become a bloodline Christian. You can't go against that. You got to walk how it's supposed to be walked. You can't wear no red rag knowing you're supposed to be blue. That's just like with the same as the spiritual realm. You can't be living this life knowing that you're doing wrong, pretending. Pretending. You will never get grounded. You will never receive the ground wire to get connected to God. Yeah. Grounded. And then it says, be careful. I'm on 7. Be careful to obey the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. This is part of being grounded. Success. Success is a part of being. Who don't want to be successful? That's why kids go to school, so they can be successful in life, right? That's why grown-ups go to work, right? Yeah. To become successful, right? Yeah. But this is how we become grounded. We look at everybody else's success, but it ain't yours. The mission. The seed that God made you into, it ain't full of that ground over there. He got a specific ground fixed for you to grow. That's what planet is to be placed where you can grow. Yeah. We rather go where we get demolished, where we deteriorate. 8. It says, keep this book of law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night. Why do it say keep it on your lips? Because if it's on your lips, it's on your heart. It's on your mind. It's always that. Then it says meditate day why day and night? Because Satan is busy. What it say? Satan is busy, but God is real. That's for real. Let him order your steps. As long as we are focusing on things that have no value, matter, or meaning, our lives will continue to be deteriorated. Our minds will continue to focus on things that has no consistency of our mission. 8. It says, meditate on it day and night so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. It said after you do these things, then that ground wire will be released. Then you will be grounded. But you have to do some things first. It takes for you to be ready to be watered. It takes for you to receive light from the sunlight. It takes for you to be ready to receive oxygen from the wind. What I'm saying, I'm talking about a seed. A seed needs water. A seed needs light. A seed needs oxygen. In order to receive these things, you have to have what God is wanting from you. God will cut off your life supply. Keep playing. Death is real. Cut off everything you got going on with a blink of an eye. All because we're going against how he wants us to be planted and grounded. God wants us to flourish. He wants us to have beautiful things. He wants us to live as kings and queens, but it takes time. You must be planted. You must be in submission. You must have appliance. You must be in connection. If a phone don't have any cellular connection, it's off. It's off. Let's go to Corinthians 3 and 7. Corinthians 3 and 7. It says, so then, neither one of the, hold on, please forgive me. So then, neither one of the plants nor the water. You got it? Yeah. Read. I missed.
It says, so neither he who plants nor he who wants or he who waters is anything, but only God who makes things grow.
Mine said, but God who causes the growth. Causes the growth. This is the only way we can grow is in God. This is the only way. And then Joshua, when he became that leader, he told him be strong and courageous. Don't forget nothing the instructor taught you that I place over you. Nothing. So in order to become grounded, we got to get information from God. We must receive a relationship. Everybody worried about non-denomination, denomination this, denomination that, or how can you speak on this, what word is this, what word is that. It's all according to the relationship that you have. If you have no relationship, like I said, if the phone don't have no cellular bars, it's off. If you have no relationship with God, your life is off track. We could come to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Saturday when they have women's meeting, men's meeting, children meeting, choir meeting, deacon meeting, shoe meeting, day meeting. But if there is no relationship, there wouldn't be no grounding. You cannot get grounded if you don't have a relationship. The relationship calls you to get closer so you can get focused. On Wednesday, I was speaking about this Canon camera where you can zoom in and zoom out on the focus. Now, on this camera, when you zoom in on a camera, you get all the definitions, all the characteristics, everything up close. But when you exhale out, this is what we do. We get up close and think we got it. Feeling good, feeling great. Now, man, I done seen that up. I already know about that. Then we exhale out like the camera do and lose focus. When we have the focus all the way up here so we what is bad about what you're relating to. It opens insight and characteristics on this object or person that you're relating to. If there's no insight on who you are with, there's no relationship. There's nothing. You're just with each other every day. This is what helps us to become grounded in the spirit. Relationship causes focus. Focus causes appliance. Appliance causes blessings.
Yes.
Causes blessings. But yes, here in this text, what I was getting out of this text of Joshua, Joshua was being trained. God trained him.
Yeah.
In all kind of areas. And this is what God is wanting to do with us, our lives. He wants us to train us where we can be strong and courageous. We are living in a microwave era where everybody wants everything fast. Everything fast. They don't want to go with the process. They rather go in there and go get a processed hamburger or something, throw it in the microwave, 20, 30 seconds, when not knowing that missing or neglecting the process of food can cause damage to the body.
Yeah.
But this is what we live in. We rather harm ourselves than help ourselves. This world, we rather harm ourselves instead of help ourselves. It says meditate day and night. Day and night. So if you meditate on God, you ain't got time to think about this. You ain't got no time to be talking about me. You ain't got no kind of time in the world. Because it said day and night. When it's daytime, what time is it? 12 a.m. Nighttime, what time is it? 12. That's it. Day and night. Nothing in between. When you lose, like I said, like the camera, when you exhale off zoom from that camera, you lose all the definition of that picture. You lose everything. Everything that was up close, it starts to go away. It fades. But when you're up close and personal on that Canon camera and you're zooming, you see everything from every angle. And you can be down the block and have it. Focus is important. It is important. That's the only way we can become grounded, dog.
Yeah.
Keeping interest. That's what focus means. Centermost interest. Keeping interest on what God has for us. If we don't have no interest in it, we lose. That makes us not even want to be there. Not even, say you with somebody, you lose interest in that, but you don't even want to be around them no more. Man, I don't like this person. Why they keep calling me, man? Why they always want to come around me? You don't have no interest in what they got going on. So you lose the attraction that was there. But we say kids got a short attention span, but everybody do. If it ain't lasting long enough to have fun, we don't want to do it no more. Ain't no fun in it. I was taught, my grandma used to say, my God, it's boring. My dad's mom, it's boring. Well, boring is fun. It's good for you. It's good. You know why boring is fun? Because you stay out of trouble. Fun can cause everything you miss everything. Well, excitement. So it's fun to tell you, well, I didn't know we did that. I didn't know we did that. Little Johnny didn't do that last night. But no, this is how we get grounded. In order to become grounded, we got to let God plant us in position. We have to let God give us what we need, where we need to. It said don't worry about what you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, or what you're going to wear. And I believe the Bible said that because them are the three main things that distract the humanity brain. We always worried about what we're going to put on, what this body is going to eat, and also where we're going to sleep.
Yeah.
These are the main three things that can help distract our mission. So God, I believe, pointed those things out to us. So he can ground us, place us in position to receive all that he has for us. Self-destruction is happening right now today. We self-destruct ourselves. we put ourselves in these situations and then want God to help us get out. Try to play like we got a relationship. Won't let him plant us where we need to be so the mission can be greater. It says, after you do all, it said right here in verse 9, it says in verse 8, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it, then you will be prosperous. Then, after all of it says, you do something first. I've been counseling you, I done guided you, I planted you where you need to be. Now it's time for you to do something. Gave you everything that you're going to need and or want. Gave you all the education. I gave you the most highly educated person, Joshua, Moses. Now all you got to do is this. Apply. All you got to do is be strong and rely. Then that grounding going to come. Then there will be success. Then there will be your mind transformed to where you see all the beautiful things of God. Amen. Being planted to become grounded in the Spirit. The Spirit is real. All spirits are real. Whether you're submitted to them or not. And this is what God is wanting us to know. He said, I know that these spirits is real because I'm a spirit. I am a spirit. So I know the characteristics and the things, the possibilities that can happen from a spirit. Because I know I am. He said, I am thee. But I want to be like it says in that Psalms 92. It says, the righteous man will flourish. 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 Man, like a palm tree. But understand, remember what I was saying. That palm tree take 50 years. We be wanting it right now. It may take 10 years for you to get what you're asking for.
Yeah.
It may take 20. But all you got to do is stay planted. Stay where God has placed you. Keep receiving. Keep pushing. Keep trucking. Keep waking up, thanking and praising. And watch everything unfold. He said, after you do these things, then I will do these things. The only way we can be prosperous and successful is if God allows it. We think being prosperous and successful is having all the money, all the cars, all these houses and everything, clothes and everything. No, it's the knowledge. The education that you soak and seek, that's what makes you prosperous. That makes you become prudent. That helps you to understand. I was reading Wednesday, it said, these things is to help you understand and speak wisely. To have knowledge and speak wisely. But we don't, and then we wonder why people run around here speaking foolishly. They ain't seeking the knowledge of God. You got to have them on your mind day and night, day and night. These things is what helps you get that ground to become well balanced. To become well balanced and sensible. Sensible is a state of course, chosen in according with wisdom and prudence.
Yeah.
So you will become wise. When you're grounded, you become wise. Oh, you can't get wise with no education.
All right.
You can't get wise with nothing they're teaching you. Be honest. The only way to receive and to be, we can get all the degrees in the world. I was reading where it was talking about, they call all the astrologers and all the men of the land that had all the degrees, and only one man was able to interpretate this dream. And that man was of God. It wasn't about the degrees that the people had.
Right.
It was about the relationship that this young man had in the Bible. This relationship is what brought revelation. Relation brought revelation and demonstration. But I said that to say this: we can go to school and try to learn all this stuff of the land and of this earth, but it has no meaning in God's realm. The connection is what makes you grounded. The connection is what makes you grounded. I spoke on being planted to become grounded in the spirit. The definition of planted is placed in the ground so that you can grow. The second definition is to be placed or fixed in a specific position. Grounded is well balanced and sensible. Came from Joshua, the first chapter, verses 1 through 8. And it was speaking on how Moses led Joshua all the way up to his leadership. All the way up to his leadership. He was planted to be with Moses. And then once he stayed in position on that mission where God planted him, God elevated him.
Yeah.
So that's all we got to do is stay in position where we can grow. Stay on that mission. Stay where God has planted you. Don't go against the grain. When you go against the grain of hair, you lose your waves. That's for real.
Yes, sir.
But God in heaven, we come to you thanking you, asking you to just touch us, forgive us. Thank you for this beautiful word. I ask you to touch everybody that were viewing, watching it, listening. I ask you, God, to just open up our heart, minds, and souls to receive what you have for us. Bless us to stay planted on the mission that you've given us so we can become grounded, sensible, knowledgeable of what you have for us. Bless us to stay focused. Keep that interest in what is next in the spirit. God, I ask you to keep us in your arms of protection. Touch every ministry going forward. I ask you to just pour into this ministry, God, all the education, revelation, and application that we need to keep going and grow. In the name of God, we rebuke you. Say, thank you, God. Amen.
Amen.